What is up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Fuel channel, where we speak the truth. We're honest. We give our takes on the Miami Dolphins. We're officially 3 days away, okay? We are 3 days away until wildcard weekend is here, until the Miami Dolphins, yes, your Miami Dolphins, who dropped all the way down to the 6th seed after choking a 3-game division lead to the Buffalo Bills, will travel to Arrowhead Stadium in 0-degree temperatures. It's going to be the coldest game in Miami Dolphins history, and it's going to be one of the coldest games in NFL history. They brung this upon themselves. They did this to themselves. You beat the Tennessee Titans, and you're hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers this week. You beat the Bills on Sunday night with a lead going into the fourth quarter, and you're hosting the Bills for a wildcard weekend in a rematch from last week. But you lost both games, and now you brought this upon yourselves. You're traveling to freezing Arrowhead Stadium, which is one of the topics that we'll get into, but I will explain why I believe the Miami Dolphins have a better shot against KC this weekend than I did when they played the Buffalo Bills last week. Am I sitting here saying that, yeah, the Dolphins are going to go to Arrowhead and they're going to win this weekend? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they have a better shot, in my opinion, of winning this game. So we're going to get into all of that. We got so much more to talk about. What a crazy 2 days it has been in the NFL. We're going to get to that first to get that out of the way. But ladies and gentlemen, before we do any of that, we've had so much Miami Dolphins content the past couple of weeks. I feel like it's coming to an end. I really feel like it's coming into an end. I got an extra right here for you guys today. I got the preview probably coming out tomorrow night. Let me just check if the injury report came out yet or not. No, it did not. Okay. It did not come out yet, but we'll probably be doing the preview for the game tomorrow, for the Dolphins and the Chiefs. I might have a video on Friday, I'm not so sure. And then Saturday night after the game, we'll do the post-game recap video of the Dolphins and the Chiefs. I don't know, man. This might be the last week of Dolphins content on the channel. And then obviously Monday, I'll have a season review. But if this is the last week, man, the past couple of weeks of doing content here for the Miami Dolphins, it's been fucking crazy. So it's been a long, wild ride. It's not been a thrilling ride. It's not been an exciting ride, but it's been a ride nonetheless. If you haven't already, be sure to go ahead and check out the post-game recap video I did for the Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins. Already over 1,000 views. It's up to 1,000 views right now. If you want to go and check it out, have it in the last 20 seconds of this video. And then also on Monday, we did another therapy. We did a therapy Monday session, and we just talked about everything that is wrong with this football team right now. So be sure to go ahead and check that out. Okay, let's get right into it. I don't want to waste too much time. This is not going to be a long video. This is probably going to be 20-25 minutes. The past 2 days around the NFL, we've had some crazy coaching firings in the NFL. On Monday, not really crazy, but Arthur Smith from the Falcons, Ron Rivera from the Washington Commanders, both of them got fired. Not surprised whatsoever about those ones. You could see them coming. Um, Yesterday and today was crazy. Mike Vrabel fired as head coach for the Tennessee Titans. That's just a head scratcher for me, man. Mike Vrabel, 2 years ago, was the coach of the year for the Tennessee Titans. Mike Vrabel is a top 10 head coach in the NFL, and he automatically becomes one of the biggest free agents, players, and head coaches in the NFL. He is on that list. If you are an organization and you were looking for a head coach, if you were the Atlanta Falcons, if you were the Commanders, if you were the Panthers, you would be crazy not to go out there and try to get an interview with Mike Vrabel. It's just an absolute head scratcher with me, man. And he's been dealing with shitty quarterback situations year in and year out. Ryan Tannehill for 4 years. They drafted Malik Willis last year. That didn't work out. They drafted Will Levis. That's a project for them in the past couple of years. They beat the Dolphins, so I can't really shit on them that much. But it's just a crazy situation that they decided that the issue was Mike Vrabel. No, the issue going into this season for the Tennessee Titans was the roster. Their roster was not good going into this season. There's nothing he can do with it. And it just seems like it's going to be a complete reset, a complete rebuild for the Tennessee Titans now, as Mike Vrabel is no longer head coach and Derrick Henry said goodbye to Tennessee on Sunday after the game. And he's probably not going to be signing with the Tennessee Titans. He will be on another team this year. And I would bet my bottom dollar, if Mike Vrabel is the next head coach for the New England Patriots, if the Patriots decide to fire Bill Belichick or part ways with Bill Belichick, if Mike Vrabel is the next head coach for the New England Patriots, that Derrick Henry is going to sign with the New England Patriots. And I believe the Patriots are the top 5 when it comes to cap space this offseason. The Patriots have a lot of cap space, and their offense needs a complete overhaul. They need new players in that offense. And if that's the case, that's a problem for the Miami Dolphins. But I am shocked that the Titans organization was like, hey, you know what? Mike Vrabel was the problem. Let's fire him. He was coach of the year 2 years ago, man. I don't understand that. He went to the AFC Championship with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. I've experienced Ryan Tannehill being the franchise quarterback on my favorite team. It's not pretty. Dolphins starting quarterback for 7 seasons. Okay? And then the other shocking one was Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll stepped down. He's still a part of the organization for Seattle, but Pete Carroll will no longer be the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. End of an era. 14 seasons. Hold on, I got it right here. 14 seasons, Super Bowl champion, winning record 11 of 14 seasons. He had 137 wins. He had 10 playoff wins since 2010, which was tied for third among NFL head coaches. That dude is a legend. That guy is going to be on the Seattle Seahawks Hall of Fame sooner rather than later. He's going to be an NFL Hall of Famer. The dude is an absolute legend. Who's the oldest head coach in the NFL, 72 years old, and now times are crazy because now he's no longer the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, granted, his best days were in the early 2010s with the Legion of Boom and Richard Sherman and prime Bobby Wagner and Cam Chancellor and prime Russell Wilson with Doug Baldwin, Marshawn Lynch. Those were his best days. Those were his best days as a head coach for the Seattle Seahawks. And now they're going in a new direction. It's pretty wild, man. Absolute best for Pete Carroll. What a legend. What a legend. So wanted to talk about that real quick before we get into the Dolphins side of things. And we're going to talk more about this tomorrow on the preview. But today, I kind of want to talk about the weather. Obviously, that is the biggest factor in this game, is the weather. The weather in Kansas City is not going to be pretty for either team, and I got to talk about this. So, for the forecast on Saturday night, it's expected to be a low of -2 degrees in Kansas City. This is according to the National Weather Service, that it's going to get as low as -2 degrees in Kansas City. I can tell you on my phone right now that on Saturday, the high is going to be 9 degrees, which is going to happen at 1 o'clock in Kansas City, which is Central Time. Kickoff there is 7 o'clock Central Time. The low is going to be -3 degrees. And by kickoff, it's going to be 0 degrees. And I want to talk about this because I see people on the internet saying, "Oh my God, the Dolphins are going to get boat raced. Kansas City has them where they want them. This is not the Dolphins type of weather." Guess what? This is not Kansas City's type of weather either. Yes, it's very cold in Kansas City. It's, they have games where it's 40 degrees, and I believe when they play the Raiders on Christmas, it was like 36, maybe. Pretty cold when they play Cincinnati a couple weeks ago. No one is used to this. No one has an advantage with this type of weather. I just want to get that through, you guys. No team in the NFL has an advantage of temperatures that are 15 degrees. No one. And it's going to be hard for either team to throw the football in this game. Matter of fact, it would be stupid to want to throw the football 30 times if you're Mike McDaniel and you're Andy Reid putting a game plan together for their opponent. And I'll tell you what, if McDaniel goes out there, I've already had enough with him. These past 2 weeks, he's been driving me crazy. He's coached 2 of his worst games ever the past 2 weeks. If he goes out there and Tua Tagovailoa throws the ball more than 30 times, they're going to get smoked by Kansas City. The Dolphins have a clear advantage over Kansas City in the running game on offense and defense. I usually go through the stats on Thursday, but let me tell you right now, the Dolphins' rushing offense is ranked 6th in the NFL. Kansas City's rushing defense is ranked 17th. Not only should it be a goal for Mike McDaniel to run the football, he cannot abandon the run in this game. If he abandons the run, that's like committing a crime. That's like committing a coaching crime. With these temperatures, you want to go out there and throw the football. No. That's not going to work. That's not going to work at all, as a matter of fact. And then on defense, Dolphins' rushing defense is ranked 7th, and Kansas City's rushing offense is ranked 19th. I'm going to tell you exactly, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what Kansas City is going to do. They're going to run the ball with Isaiah Pacheco, and they're not going to run it up the middle to Wilkins and Zeeler. They will here and there. They'll test them with their guards and with Creed Humphrey and Joe Tooney and Trey Smith. They'll run it up to them. But where they're going to run the football is on the outside. And they're gonna test that pass rush, who's depleted and old right now. And when I talk about old, that's because the Dolphins signed pass rushers. They signed Justin Houston, Bruce Irvin, and Malik Reed. Granted, it's better than nobody, but they are washed. And I don't know how much they have in the tank. I don't know how much Bruce Irvin is going to be able to give us. I don't know how much Justin Houston is going to be able to give us. Like, I'm not counting on those guys to make plays. I'm counting on Wilkins and I'm counting on Zeeler to make plays. And I'm counting on Emmanuel Ogbah to come in and make plays against his former team. But I'm telling you, that's what they're going to do. They're going to test out pass rushers on the outside, and they're going to run right at them. They're going to run at Melvin Ingram. They're going to run at Justin Houston. They're going to run at Bruce Irvin whenever he's in the game. Our defense is absolutely walking into this game on crutches. Believe it or not, if Waddle and Mostert play, the offense isn't that banged up outside of they're going to have a backup center and a backup guard. That's it. Will Waddle and Mostert be 100%? Probably not. Tyreek Hill's been playing for the last 3 weeks. And clearly, if you're watching Hard Knocks, he's not 100%. He's nowhere close near 100%. But it's no excuse. This is the fucking playoffs. You gotta win. You gotta win. And I actually believe that this team has a better chance going to Kansas City and winning than they do against Buffalo. The defensive game plan is simple. You have to stop Isaiah Pacheco in this game. Put Jalen Ramsey on Rashee Rice. Hopefully he locks him up. And bracket Travis Kelce, which is the same thing they did when they played in Germany. When they played in Germany, Travis Kelce had 14 receiving yards on 3 catches that day. They game planned masterfully for him. The defense played phenomenal against Kansas City. Yet it was the offense who ruined that game for the team. So I think they have a better chance. And I don't think that I don't think either team has an advantage with this cold weather. So we're going to talk more about it tomorrow night here on the Big Fight Field channel. We will be previewing Miami Dolphins, Kansas City Chiefs. Just a reminder, the game is taking place Saturday night at 8 o'clock on Peacock. Exclusively on Peacock. Unless you're in the South Florida or Kansas City, Missouri area, then you'll get regional coverage. But for everybody else, Peacock is where you're going to want to watch this game. Right where you watch WWE pay-per-views is where you're going to be watching the Dolphins and the Chiefs. So basically, me as a wrestling fan, this is like you're watching a pay-per-view. Because when I watch a WWE pay-per-view, I'm like, oh, I got to go on Peacock. You know, you pay $3.99 or how much it is a month. It's like watching a pay-per-view. This is like watching a pay-per-view, which I think is cool. I have no issue with the game being on Peacock, but we will get more in-depth and we will preview the game more tomorrow night. Be sure to subscribe, comment down below, hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. Follow me on Twitter at Colin_Joseph, and I will see you tomorrow night for the preview of the Miami Dolphins taking on the Kansas City Chiefs on Wild Card Weekend. I'm out of here. Stay safe, and as always, stay classy and fins up. Peace!